This is Journeys of Empowerment. More than a podcast, it's a circle of belonging. A space where lived stories become turning points and clarity grows through reflection. I am Michiel Suchitrait, and here we do not rush to answers. We slow down, listen deeply, and realign with what is true. Before we begin, I want to welcome our sponsor and partner, Reinforcer.ai. Managers give feedback every day. The real question is whether that feedback actually changed behavior. You have seen it happen. New processes, new training, and still adoption stalls. And momentum fades. Not because people do not care, but because insight alone rarely turns into new habits. Reinforcer.ai operates at the intersection of enablement, ethics, and habits. Right where insight either fades or becomes sustained change. By analyzing everyday conversations in one-on-ones and team meetings, it helps leaders see what reinforces the right behavior, what misses the mark, and what to focus on next time. Built on proven behavioral science, Reinforcer.ai makes practical, ethical, and part of daily work. So progress does not rely on good intentions, but on better feedback. If you want to improve behavior where it actually forms, you can learn more at Reinforcer.ai. What if courage is not something you gather over time, but something you choose the moment everything changes? In this episode I sat down with Senneh Kamara, a young man whose life shifted overnight and who chose movement over collapse. Born in Sierra Leone and now living in the Netherlands, Senneh lost his hand in a severe car accident at a young age. What followed was shock, grief, isolation, and a long road of recovery. We spoke about waking up to the new reality and learning how to live inside it. About courage as self-belief when there is no roadmap. About visibility and identity, when to speak and when to protect your silence. Solitude as a teacher. And about looking ahead toward education, medicine and impact. He said it simply, courage starts with believing yourself. And this one stays. Nobody gives you the crown. You give it to yourself. Now notice where you might be waiting for permission and what could shift if you gave it yourself today. Let's get into it.
Look at me, I'm doing things like this, like I'm so happy. Like I can remember the past years I cannot, I was like kind of ashamed of myself, how to present myself. I feel like if my voice gonna be so awkward, how people gonna listen to me. But now I don't care.
No, but Senneh,
I gotta do it.
I saw you. We met at the beautiful event of OMEC, and I pressed start. So we're going to record right away. We're jumping in right away.
Now.
Right away. I just started. So
okay.
Right away. Welcome to Journeys of Empowerment, and we were warming up. And we were setting up your camera, because you proudly showed that you're also entering the podcast scene.
Yeah.
Senneh, let's begin all the way how we met. We met only a few weeks ago at a beautiful event on a Saturday of OMEC community. And you right away got my attention because it was an amazing event. What I really love about Chemo and the team and what they're trying to accomplish is right away the sense of community.
I mean, yeah.
Inviting, warm, nothing fancy. It's right away community, warmth, nice food, welcoming people, and because of that, people are also willing to speak up about their personal experiences. For instance, my daughter was there. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, she spoke up. She was the youngest of all of them, and she was at the end for her group, and she talked about her personal struggles with identity. Because she is also bicultural. I originally from India, but adopted and I grew up here. and she is half Indian and half Dutch, and had to navigate in a predominantly white area where we live in the Netherlands, especially Het Gooi, where we are right now.
Oh.
And and that says a lot about the ability of Chemo and OMEC community to speak so openly about personal struggles. And you came on my radar.
Yeah.
It was maybe briefly start with what brought you to OMEC community, and why were you there?
I mean, like, I feel like OMEC, you know, is natural. Like, when you talk about the atmosphere there, like the people that they invite, the people that come into that place, you know, they are really kind of cultural, you know, people are really open to say something about themselves. Like, over the years, like, I was looking for a community, like, I was able to fit in. Although, like, I'm in a community where there are a lot of creative people here, like in Amsterdam, like people that do, you know, like fashion, digital thing, like marketing, all those type of things, you know. But, like, I was really looking for a community space where it's full of diversity, like people from different background. And suddenly, like, I'm always, like, on social media, like on Instagram, doing my thing, like posting reels, making, like, content videos. And I get to see, like, this OMEC community, yeah, like pop up in my explore. And I try to look the events, the people that they are trying to captivate every time, like the theme. I said, yeah, this is really nice. So, like, I was stuck in the page most of the time, but I always procrastinate. Like, I actually want to join this community. But for me, I get to feel like if I get to go to this community, I have to talk something. I have to say something. And like I said, okay, I need to prepare my mind. So, like, one day also I saw another video. I'd be like, you know what, let me sign in. Let me just do this application. I want to get there. I want to see these people. And suddenly, the mere fact of signing in, there was an event on Saturday, right? The event on Saturday.
Yes.
I said, well, this is like an opportunity. First, let me go to that place. So I reschedule, I stop everything. I said, let me go. And I go. I think I spoke to the lady. I forgot her name, actually. And the white Dutch lady.
Kes,
I think so.
Yeah.
It was like I said Kes because I reached out to him. Like I said, Kes, well, I'm a digital creator and I also do like content. I also have like this community page I'm trying to growing up called Sanity. So like it will also be nice if I can do some videos sometimes, you know, to see the atmosphere, because I really like to talk and captivate people's attention, like interview. So like I'd be like, okay. And she said, yes, it's fine, you can come. And I was so happy, but extremely nervous because, yeah, I cannot do that. You know, I'm just trying my best. And I get to go to the community. Oh, my God, I see different people for the first time. And it's such a nice crowd. And the mere fact, Chemo bring like this topic, like a circle, like everybody's talking.
The fishbowl.
Yeah, he said, yeah, like this is the tradition. So like if you're new here trying to make something. And for me, something running in my mind, immediate fact, I was there like, you need to say something like, how do I have to introduce myself that people really know me? Because if I just come and sit at the end of the day, yeah, people don't really know me in the community. And my heart was like this, let me do this, you know, but I was so nervous. And
you didn't came across as nervous. That's interesting because I thought, wow, look at this young man. Boom.
I mean, I was sitting down and first of all seeing all the ladies, they were talking, and like, us the boys, like we are sitting, you know, like not everybody got to go as a man. And one of the guys sitting beside me, you want to go? I said, yeah, maybe, but not yet. So like I stand, like I want to stretch, and the lady look at me. Oh, you can go. I was like, oh my God, you know.
Now you have to.
Yeah, now I have to because like I was standing up to stretch, and she thought that like I'm ready. And he was like, okay, after this, and Kimo saw me, was like, okay, good man. And the other lady asked me, oh really, you can do that? Oh really? And I have to go, and I have to say something. I have to flow with the vibe. And first I'm going to say, okay, saying this, a bit nervous because it's my first time. And I have to say it all. And I mean, I got your attention, got a lot of people attention that very day. Everybody was reaching out. Hey man, I like your story. This is good. What's your name? So that's how it started. And now I'm here with you. So
yeah,
I'm happy actually.
No, it's for me. It's an honor, and it's for Journeys of Empowerment an honor, because if you and we will deep dive into your journey. But what happened actually? Why do you come on my radar? Is first of all, you didn't came across as nervous. Yeah. I thought, how old is this dude? He's standing there. Look at him. I never saw him at the community. Now he's standing there, and he's. And you also mentioned, and I think that helps a lot. Yeah. You know, mentioning, okay, this is for me the first time. I'm a little bit nervous. That already ease a little bit the tension, right?
Yeah, that's what I always say. Like when I'm about to talk, like in a crowd, more especially about myself. Yeah. I mean, like I'm not nervous, like to talk about another topic or so. Like, yeah, I'm fine. I can go with the flow.
No, but when it comes to ourselves,
yeah, like right? When it comes to myself, more especially like with my, with this condition I have to get and to say it out to people, I feel nervous about it because it breaks my ass sometimes. And when I keep talking, I see people's faces, like they feel kind of sorry, and it makes me feel some type of way. I get that nervousness. So, I mean, talking first about it, make it to be like easy and calm for me.
Mentioning it and saying it out loud helps already to ease the tension.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, and before we dive into what you mean by, and you're naming also the disability, but before we dive into that, why do you believe, why do you believe and why do you think it's so important for you to speak up? Why do you do that?
I mean...
Where are you looking for?
What I'm looking for, like I say, is to gain this confidence. It's like for people to know me that like I'm disabled in such a community. I mean, if people tend to know me like I'm disabled, they know, Senneh actually got problem with his hand. I don't like to call it problem. Like those days I was talking to my friend, he said, stop calling it problem. So like, I feel like, if I get to say it, that, I'm disabled, like in this crowd, it will make me feel confident anytime I'm in the room. Like I don't need to put my hand in my jacket or I don't need to put my hand in my pocket, because sometimes, I need to be honest, I do, because I don't tend to like people first impression in me some type of way. Maybe people looking at me at that weird way. Oh, who's this tall black guy? Oh, he lost a hand or something. So like sometimes makes me, let me just put my hand in my jacket, having my own space. But like if I said, this is a space I really like, I want to get like a feature in this space, I need to say it. Because if I don't say it, it will hurt me, it will not make me feel confident among the people around. So I feel like first I need to give that as a trademark, say it so that people really know my problem, that people really know how to talk to me or bring any kind of help,
Rephrase, not a problem.
Yeah,
the
sure.
Disability. Rephrase, my man, let's get back to
I know. I mean, it's crazy because like I always got to call this like a problem. Like my friend told me, like actually when I'm at the hospital, because like we do like this everyday treat thing. Yeah. She always say, you don't need to call it a problem. But I mean, it's like a usage you get. Yeah. I said, like I'm always trying to go step ahead of this, to walk towards it, to gain that confidence that I'm gaining right now, to feel comfortable. So like, it's not my fault. Sometimes it just come out of my mouth. Said, this is my problem, this is my problem. So
now, and it's of course, and it's all up to you how you name it. But I thought, this is too funny. I had to mention that, like, hey, buddy, now you're using the word yourself.
I mean, like she normally say, like in the Netherlands, it's called like, I lost my stump or something, or like my stump. Like she asked me if I got a name for it. I said, normally, if I get to talk to people, I always say, man, I was involved in a serious car accident. Like, I lost my hand and this is a big problem. So, like, I don't got, like, a specific name, but I always got, like, a short conversation to tell people that I get into this and this happened.
Before we dive into what happened, I have a question because it triggers something in me, I noticed, and that is that my question comes from an internal trigger, so I will later explain my internal trigger. But do you feel when you're out there, wherever you are, do you feel automatically the obligation to explain what happened to you?
Not really. Sometimes no, actually. Yeah, sometimes I really don't want to tell people because I got the experiences most of the time when I go outside. When I tell people my problem, I later regret it. Like I feel like, why do I have to tell this guy my problem? You know, because at the end of the day, the communication is not flowing anymore. And I feel like, it isn't worth it for me to say this thing to people most of the time. Because when I go to most of this occasion, I always kind of look good, dress good, you know, tall with good clothes. And people going to say, oh, you look good. And people kind of be interested in me most of the time, like in my face or whatever. And like, if they get to see this, most people think, oh, maybe it's styling or I just break my hand. And people get to talk to me nicely. Oh, what's happened to you? And straight away I dive in. And after diving in with some time going, I said, why do I have to tell these people? Because at the end of the day, like the communication is not going fine. Because I have to dive in such a way, gonna know everything about me, some type of way, gonna say, I was feeling depressed, I was feeling nervous in the past 2 years. Right now my life is like this. So all those talk, I get to regret it. So now I always say, for myself, I have to say this to amount of people that I feel connected to, like that I will kind of be like an inspirational to them. Like, life is actually is going some type of way, no matter like the condition for you. So like, I feel like I need to express myself to those type of people that I know I'm safe, because at the other way around, like they can help me, they can talk to me, we can have like a podcast like this. So, I mean, it's not like I feel obligated most time to talk about the problem. Like I say, sometimes I keep my identity, you know, a bit, you know, of myself, trying to,
and not the need to explain. Only when you feel connection and when you feel it's worth the investment and to go deeper. Even although they see a disability, you're not feeling the urge to explain until you think, hey, I want to be part of some community or whatever. Then I need to make sure that we establish a certain connection, and that helps you to become open about what happened, right?
I mean, that's true.
And the thing is, the reason why it triggers is that I only became, I think, 3 years ago, very aware of something which is for you obvious.
Yeah.
But for me, it wasn't. And that is my bicultural background. Because I'm adopted when I was 10 days old, given away as baby. Adopted when I was 6 months old. I grew up in a predominantly white environment. In Beeldhoven, Amersfoort, and New York. And always felt like, okay, I'm from here. And only to discover later on in hindsight, when I am joining a lot of beautiful communities, such as the OMEC community, and when Kimo talked about becoming a conscious, from unconscious bicultural to conscious bicultural, I thought, hey, why is this resonating on bodily level? It did something with me, because I became aware about all the little micro adjustments I did in the past, but also explaining why I am working in a predominantly white environment. It's changing now, but you can imagine I'm 52, so we're 30 years difference. And when I came here, especially in the area where I grew up, it was predominantly white. And around my 12, 13, I always started to explain where I come from, the need to explain why I look different. But I wasn't conscious about doing that. I just did it. Years later, at the community event, for instance, with by OMEC, he made me so beautifully conscious about my unconscious bicultural background.
I get it.
And now I see that happening within my daughter. She really thrived at that event because the fact is that there was so much diversity, and the diversity made it feel that everyone belonged because we share the diversity.
Yeah.
And so, but the sort of need to explain yourself or a part of your identity, luckily for me, that is now over.
Yeah, clear now.
This is who I am. And yes, I'm very proud. And I'm having two names. Michiel is the typical Dutch name. And you thought Joe, eh?
Yeah,
that was
Joe.
in the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
so
like...
my name is Michiel. And the acronym of Journeys of Empowerment is Joe. That's why it was in that. That's no problem. No, that's no problem. I thought, let it go.
Yeah.
There's no problem, man. And the thing was, Michiel Sujit, and that was once my first name, but then we made it my second name. And until my 48, I kept it secret. I was Michiel Rijt. 48, I decided Michiel Sujit Rijt. Because I was always a little like, maybe people are going to ask strange questions and I don't want that.
Yeah.
So always hiding a little bit. So that's the part between hiding, between being unaware, hiding, and then being fully aware and very proud of my bicultural background.
Yeah.
So, that's why it's triggering. But over to you, my friend. And this interesting, your name is Kamara with a K. I thought the first time you spoke in the community, I was like, huh? Is he a nephew? Because I didn't know how to spell it. Is he a nephew or what? Is he a nephew of Kimo? Where does Senneh Kamara's name come from?
I mean, it's not actually because like the Kamara surname is well popular in Sierra Leone, so which makes everybody known the name, like Kamara is well popular. And it grows every time they're gonna get a kid or something, and the surname is well largely like if you call Kamara, I mean most people thought maybe you're from Guinea or Senegal because it's been spelled by C, like Camara, but ours is spelled like Kamara. So
and who is us? Where does your name come from?
I mean, it's like from the the Tinmi tribe. Like we got like a tribe called the Tinmi. It's well popular. So like if you get to be Kamara, mostly people think you're really like a Tinmi person, like a really country person, all those type of things, because it's really a popular name, a popular surname. Everybody gonna be like a Kamara. So
And originally you're from Sierra Leone?
Yeah, I'm from Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
And Freetown, and like because I'm from the Tinmi tribe, I guess, because I can talk Tinmi. And my father always says not Tinmi, he got another tribe called like So thing. But like we grew up in a Tinmi house because my mother is typically a Tinmi lady, So like she came from that bigger Tinmi family. So which makes us like to hear it every time. But like my father said, so no, I'm not a Tinmi person, but like you talk Tinmi so well. And
And what is specific about Tinmi? What is...
I mean, what is specific? Because like for every Sierra Leonean, like Tinmi people, like they kind of so stubborn, in type of way. Tinmi people like talking too much, like they always like talking too much, and mostly that's why like my dad don't like Tinmi people. He'd be like, no, I'm not a Tinmi person, like they're trying to talk too much. They kind of also and they always want to take over some places, like if the Tinmi people here, they like a gathering, like to meet with each other, got like a meeting, like they're the boss around. So like kind of type of bragging way or things like that. And people know them, like they talk too much. They're really country people. So, I mean, it's fun. It's really cultural. So, I get to like them because there are so many. Tinmi people are so much in the society. I mean, they got a big amount of crowd.
I told you that I had just 2-3 weeks ago, I had Christopher Williams in my podcast. He comes also from Sierra Leone. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And the book Courage you will get from me. I've promised that, and I'm a promise keeper. So you will get that.
That's
book
a
from
Christmas
me.
gift, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, but you will get that book because Courage is your middle name and Resilience is your third name. So that's why you came on my. No, but to come back to my first thing, why do you think you came on my radar? Not because of the fact, you are impressive to look at, and for me it was like, look at him, powerful, and you didn't came across as nervous.
Yeah.
But also, you beam courage and resilience. And that brings me over to where does that come from? And how did you develop that? And why did you need to develop that?
The courage.
Yeah.
Like you say, courage is really now my middle name. I'm going to put courage now as my first name.
Yeah.
Because like every time I woke up, see myself in the mirror, maybe in the bathroom, like I get to see myself like this, losing a hand. I feel kind of happy and satisfied because like I said, look at me, like I'm so courageous, with this problem just happened with me a couple of years ago, something like 2 or 3 years, I don't know. Because I don't usually count the time when this happened to me. I always see, okay, it happens yesterday and I don't care. Just imagine it happens yesterday and I still feel courageous, So like this courage thing is something I really thankful of. And the way it started is like for me to accept the whole situation. Because like I'm telling you, the time I was at that hospital in Sierra Leone, I get to get like my dad, I get to get like my uncle, the brothers or so, or people visit or so, I don't know. And I see all those people are going back. Because immediately they have to came in the hospital to visit me. Now they're going.
Yeah.
And I see all those people turning back going. And I feel like, okay, yeah, this is Senneh. Now everybody is gone. You can imagine now I'm living in this country like such alone in Amsterdam by myself. They are not here.
No.
So like I get to say this to myself every time. But like to be honest, those times I feel like killing myself. I was not courageous, completely depressed. But when I get to see these people are always going, I said, now look, this thing have happened to me. Like I got one and it will never change. It's going to be like this. There is no magic. So, like, it's time for me to accept this situation for myself.
Yeah, we have to help the listener understand what happened, because otherwise we are moving forward before the people, the listener understands, okay, but what happened to you? Because...
I think they don't know.
No, they don't know. No. So we have to... So let's jump in. What happened and how did you develop that courage?
Yeah.
We will come later on, but what happened?
I mean, sometimes I don't normally go deeper into it. Like, I don't normally go because it's actually triggering me sometimes. But, like, the thing that happened is I get to lose a hand in a car crash, which is actually severe for me in my life. Being in the age of 19, 20, and things like this happen to me, wherein I always have a dream, like, to be like a doctor with 2 hands, or to play sport like football or either basketball. I used to play that with my friends. I used to get some things, lively. And suddenly, boom, this thing happened to me in just the one day. The next day or so, I lose a hand. So, like, it was so much bigger for me when this thing happened so quickly. I mean, life was going fast. Like, I was not kind of sick. I was not kind of patient in the hospital. It's just like an accident. I lose a hand, just like that. And life changes differently for me. And you cannot imagine, I'm gonna be in the hospital, in that very day when, like, I was taken to the emergency room with a wheelchair or so, with so many blood. And I get to talk to these doctors personally, like, they're trying to cuddle me, like, when you get to say, like, it's like, kiddo, it's okay, everything gonna be okay. Can you move your fingers for us, like 1 or 2? Oh, it's moving. Well, we're gonna do something about it. And I was kind of be relaxed. Oh, maybe they ain't gonna take my hand because it was completely crushed. I'm gonna lose this part of my hand. I can, like, it's already, I can see it. Like, this part is totally damaged. And I feel like my heart was bleeding. I can see my parents, like, we are crying, all those type of things, you know. And these people we are saying, okay, can you move your fingers? Okay, yeah, there's still life in in these fingers. Like, we can do something like a surgery type of thing. And I was kind of a bit relaxed, you know, kind of say, okay, although I was in pain, and in my head, they would not take my hand off. And I was, okay, this is fine. Doing a couple of time, doing several discussion, because I know they have to talk to my parents in a private room that we're going to take Kamara hands off, you know, like we're going to take like his hand, but like they don't have to tell me, which was kind of bad, but like they say maybe it's kind of good, but it's kind of really hurting, like it's actually gonna hurt me lifetime, and now it's really hurt me. I got to go in that place in the theater where like I was given like the anesthetic, and these people, I can see them like this, is everything gonna be okay? They told me, yeah, don't worry, and I gonna sleep. I can remember like the last talk we got with these people, 4 doctors in a room, and I gonna wake up by 6 in the morning or so, because I can remember the operation was done by in the midnight or so. I woke up maybe in the morning or so, and I woke up because my hand was like this, it's been tied up in such a way because for the blood, so your hand can be straight. And I woke up that morning, I don't see my hand again. Like, what is this? I mean, I shouted, I cried, like someone was sleeping there, like your uncle, or I don't know, maybe like a nurse or a doctor. I said, yeah, what? Like, she too was, I don't know if it's a lady or a man, like, they were shocked. Like, because I have to wake up, and in Africa, you cannot have like a whole room for yourself. You gotta see like other patients, you know, with you. And I shouted, everybody was like, what is he shouting? Yeah, I think the boy lose his hand, they take his off, I think they don't tell him or something like that. I was so crying. I said, where's my hand? Where's my hand? Like, this is not me. You know, these people, I remember, like, they told me, like, everything gonna be okay. I want to take out the bandage, you know, because it was actually bad type of way, you know, these people get to express this to me, and I feel traumatized. I always talk about it. It's something that is really inside me. My people know, like, I even also gonna tell the doctors here in the Netherlands, because I have to get another operation like for my prosthetic, and the difference was so much great. I have to talk with the doctors here so many times. They give me so many assurance. They are just saying, okay, Mr. Senneh, we cannot give you like 100% assurance in an operation, because like we never know what's gonna happen doing that. But like they give me like the honesty. The honesty. They give me like the confidence. They show me how my hand gonna look like, you know, because my hand gonna be like in a flat surface so that it can fit the prothese well. And it was not done perfectly in Africa, because like it was left with a small bone that was like this, and it was always hurting me. Maybe if I sleep, I get to hurt it in the bed. That was like a severe pain. So like here, they're gonna take that bone out. And for me now, I was feel like, oh my goodness, my hand gonna be shot in again. I cannot put my hand in my pocket, so they're gonna take a bit of my hand again. How my hand gonna look like? All the memories reflect back. So it was like a completely new traumatic moment for me. Like it happens in August, like this past August. I think August 12 or 7, I don't know. But like I was so afraid. I said, yeah, you guys can understand. I woke up in Africa, don't see my hand anymore. That was so much trigger to me in my life, and they really can understand. And guess what? I woke up, Michelle, like I saw like nothing happened to my hand, but like the bone was took off. Like they take the bone off, like it feels like the same. I was so surprised, you know, like, and I gotta woke up in the hospital, a whole room by myself. And in Africa, when I woke up, I see so many people. Like it feel like when I woke up there, like heaven. Like, it's the recap of everything that happened to me. I'm gonna say, yeah, this is it. This is life. I'm just gonna move on with it.
Move on with what?
My life. With the disability now I'm carrying. You know, because I'm always not ready what the outcome will look like. Whatever happened now. You know, whether it's going to be shut in or it's going to be kind of taken in type of way of my hand, you know. So I'm just going to move on with anything right now.
How does it feel to talk about it right now?
I mean, like, I feel somehow happy right now talking about my situation, because I feel if I'm talking right now, it's not only for myself. Maybe there's someone listening that is actually important to that person. So whenever I'm giving this information out, people are there that really feel inspired. Maybe there are a lot of people going through difficulties, you know, going through this type of situation, how to get into it. Not like losing a hand, but it's more than, some people got problem more than losing a hand. Maybe they are facing type of discomfort, depression, all those type of things. And for me, myself, I was swimming under depression.
And for to help other people, they have to understand what we're trying to bring across.
Yeah.
And what I do believe is there are two forms of trauma. One trauma is what happened with your hand and all the injury.
Yeah.
But the second trauma above it is the lack of openness and information to tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the. So what do you want others to? For instance.
Yeah.
There are a few doctors listening. What do the doctors need to understand, in your opinion, to do it differently?
I mean, the doctors that, you know, sometimes when you got like the situation, I feel like this is me. The doctor should always not try to talk to the parents or something like that. I mean, yeah, you're a young age, you know, so like they have to talk to your parent. But like, for instance, like, my parents are not in this situation right now with me.
No.
I mean, they thought if it's okay, Mr. Kamara was actually in a difficult situation. Maybe if we got to tell him like this current news, it's going to be so much kind of depressed. But no, find a way to get this clear to me. That you're going to prepare for it, man. This is what's going to happen. We try all our best. I think that the doctors, like, they need to do, more especially in Africa when it comes to this. I can understand. Africa was so much busy. That's why, like, I get my hand to be taken off with short a quick time. Because, like, they don't have that time for you. I mean, yeah, to spend, like, 2 days or 1 week in your problem. You know, like, they told me, like, if we got to spend 1 week to your problem, the poison gonna flow till here.
And then
that's what they tell my parents. I can imagine. I mean, what is that poison? That was no poison, actually. Something never happened. So you can imagine how busy they are, you know, try to get this done, or because maybe from some type of way, like a money or something, or they need to go another way. So like, there is no specification about a patient where we need to take this patient into consideration, that we have to look into this problem. No, that's what I miss. And I mean, sometimes when I think about it, it breaks my heart. Like, mostly when I get to talk to so many people here, they always say, yeah, I feel sorry for you if you're here in the overseas and yeah, it will never like be taken off or something, because like these people got the patient to look to your problem. And I told people, yeah, my hands were moving. I can feel my fingers those times. So it feels like my hands were there. It's not completely kind of crushed or dead immediately, but I can feel it. They were moving. That something has to be done. But no, nothing actually being done in Africa for me. And yeah, I get to be like, okay, it happens now.
You know, I'm trying to also imagine that how would I, you know, you have friends and family and around you, but What can we learn? How it would be difficult for me as a friend of you to see that it happened to you, and I would struggle with how can I be there for you without pity and without be there for you, but in a way that is supportive for you. What can we learn there? Because there is so much going on in your life, so much emotions, so much physical pain, emotional pain, trauma. What kind of support would you recommend helping you? Yeah.
I mean, the kind of support I always like with close friends. First, it's like a support. They need to see me as a normal person. That's one. That's the biggest thing. I don't want people to see me like I'm disabled. Like, now I'm here with you. I feel like we are just the same or natural.
We are.
Yeah, you can tell me, okay, Senneh, try to clean up this place, but like you don't need to feel sorry for me. Oh, Senneh cannot clean it. He's sleeping. Let me do it because it's disabled. That's the thing I totally get to cancel. I don't like that. When I get that in a relationship, I have to leave. I don't like when people get too sorry for me. You know, more. I can understand the affection it was sometimes, but no, that's kind of hurting me because mostly disabled people don't like that when you're gonna ask them, like, let me help you. Help them immediately.
Although it's with the best intentions, but that's why I would rather ask, what do you need and what do you value and what are you not appreciating in our friendship? Because otherwise it comes from a good heart with the best intentions, but it isn't necessarily what you're waiting for, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But like, what I don't really like in a friendship, like I say, the thing I really cannot tolerate is like you being so much kind in such a way for my disability. I mean, try to force me. Try to say, hey, we're gonna do this, man. I don't give a damn if you're disabled or what. There are a lot of people out there get the same problem. Get up, let's go. I like those type of things because it makes me feel natural. I mean, sometimes, to be honest, for a month I don't feel like I lose a hand because I don't look to it. I focus on the hand now I got. So you can imagine now I'm living here the whole life without a hand. I'm gonna wear my shoes. I'm gonna do a lot of things. I'm gonna do all this podcasting you're doing, and people see me doing that. They really feel inspired how I have to do all these things with one hand. And you can imagine I have to do this with right hand, and I lost my left hand, which was my actually God hand. You know.
You were left.
Yeah, because I have to write. I have to do like my power hand. So just imagine now I'm typing with my hand, do a lot of things, laptop, study, writing. I feel pain in my muscle most of the time. But like, I really like that. If I got like that friend that pushing me to do more. Yeah. I mean, I actually need that body. I need that circle that are able to motivate me, you know. Let's do something.
This is really helpful. This is also really helpful. So listeners, are you listening? Put your hands up in the air. Make some noise for the one and only.
That's how. Because I got that hype in most of the time, you know. Because when I get to talk to some friends, mostly maybe in different ways, like they already know the situation. And sometimes when I just want to be funny, bro, can you help me? Like, I don't got a hand. And they be like, you crazy. I know you, man. Do this for yourself, bro. Like, they always laugh at me because sometimes when I get tired, bro, you know, I don't got a hand. Can you help me do this? No. They're definitely gonna say no. I mean,
do it yourself.
Yeah, I do it myself. They're always trying to help me. Like, if they know, this is kind of hard, or like I'm gonna do this type of things. Yes. But like, if my friend is there, they're gonna do it because I cannot do it faster. Yeah. They can feel like, oh, he's. But like most of the thing I do for myself, like straighten my shirt. Like if I say, bro, can you straighten? They'd be like, you got another hand to do it, so do it for yourself, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like it.
That's good.
I really like
pushing it back.
Pushing it back. Yeah. So that's why I don't really think about my problem now, mostly. So
no, and let's move on to the part of courage and the development of courage. What does courage? Because courage is a wide concept. What is for you? And it's not a right or wrong, but what is for you the definition of courage? What does it mean for you?
For me, courage is simple one thing. I always gonna say. First, is for you to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Got the courage that you're gonna believe in yourself. When you always believe in yourself, trust me, you gotta get that courage. Like, people don't have to give you like the courage that you need. That we're gonna say, oh, we need to courage Senneh. No. Why do I have to get this 100% courage? Because I believe. I always believe in myself in such a way that I can do it. That I can be a man after this accident thing that happens to me. That's how the courage come. And one thing that I have to get clear is I always pray. I'm a Muslim, and to be honest, sometimes I don't pray 5 times a day, but I came from a family where I gonna believe God, and I always talk to God mostly in the morning, in the night, to give me that courage every time. So no matter the situation you're going through, the hardness you're going through, put some belief. Just put some belief in yourself, no matter what, because at the end of the day, nobody gonna give you the crown, nobody gonna give you the flower. You're going to give it to yourself. And when you give it to yourself, that's how courageous you are.
Where does it, 22 years old, now I'm feeling old. This question, I'm going to ask a really oldie question, but I'm curious, where does this wisdom come from? I really admire that.
Yeah.
But if you can say, after what happened to you, and all what comes after it, and if you can say, you have to believe in yourself, and there's no crown, there's no flowers being given to you. You have to put on your crown yourself and get your flowers yourself.
Put on the crown and look at the mirror. This is for myself.
But where does that come from?
First of all, how you can get wisdom most times, simply, is when something that really happened to you. Mm-hmm. When you got an experience, a tough experience. That's how wisdom sometimes come. Some people are actually born wisely. But for me, to be honest, as such a young kid, it's normal. Maybe for every Dutch kid, for everyone, you got to live with your family. Mom and dad are always at home. They're going to cook for you. You're just going to go to school. You feel we are happy. So you don't got to be that wisdom. You don't have to see life much important, So I was in that type of scenario where, I got a happy, got a good time, or we go to school, do some things that which actually crazy, having a good time where. But when the thing hits me up, you're going to learn the lesson, and you really learn it the hard way. And that's where the wisdom came from for me. Because I'm going to sit by myself, and you're going to see it. You're going to feel it. This is life. You see, you used to be a good boy. You used to play football. You used to play basketball. You used to do everything. In one shock, you lose something which is very important to you, like your golden hand or something. So that means you have to take life seriously. So that's how everybody got wisdom most of the time. Maybe for you, or neither for me, you went through a difficult moment in your life, and now you're working on that in such a way where you got so much wisdom right now because you got big time experiences. You have to learn about life. That's how it comes. It comes naturally most of the time. God gonna give it to you. Even though you pray for it, most of the time, I need wisdom. No. Wisdom just don't come like that, You just have to get something that really hits you hard. And you gain and you learn from that something. And when you're learning, make sure you're learning every day. And that's how I learn every day about life. That you see, the people from the hospital, those times, they were going. The friends that we are much kind of closer, they we are going. Now I live in my own circle. So God always just give you And like example for it, God will never give you like maybe like in Solomon or something like the wisest man in the world. No, there's no way like someone gonna born like 100% like he's the most wisest person in the world. No, they normally come from something that they're actually gonna learn from. And how did that person get that more wisdom? Because like they are always motivated to know how is this happening every time to me. Just like the richest people in the world, the wisdom they got that they need to make so many money and get a lot of businesses. Because like they learn from each and every day, like the experiences they got, like the people that turn them down, the people that bring like negative something to you said, yeah, these people are actually hurting me. So like you see, I have to focus in myself. I have to do something for myself that really inspire me or something. And that's how it started coming. It started coming. And when it started coming, most of the time, it feels now natural. You have it in you. You have the wisdom in you no matter what. But like the mere fact you cannot use it, yeah, you become now stupid forever.
In our previous, in our preparation call, we had, you explained me also about, and it's good also had to inspire and to help other people who are navigating life difficult, critical events.
Yeah.
And I've asked you then, and I will ask you now, what helped you to start navigating the new Senneh, the new life after the accident? What helped you the most?
What really helped me the most, like I feel, like I say, like the Senneh before was not that Senneh, kind of like this, kind of be so unserious, just enjoying life as a normal kid.
Playful, young boy.
Yeah, kind of playful, you know.
Yeah.
But like when this thing hits me up, I'm gonna say yeah. But like what really helps me having this problem, first, is for you to know that your problem is not actually like the only problem in the world. First, get that into consideration. When I get to go to the hospital most of the time, I get to see people losing a fit, people blind. You understand? People losing 2 hands. And wherein for me, I just lose a hand. I mean, this is going for everybody listening right now. So like no matter what you're going through, know that what you're going through, you're not the only one. Like you're not the only one like in this world. Maybe some people like their problem is much bigger than you. And now these people are moving with it. So first of all, get to look your own situation and thank God for it. And when you thank God for it, God will surely make you move on. You understand? So always...
I don't think so. I of course, I understand.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to understand.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to really put myself in your shoes, which obviously isn't possible.
Yeah.
And then have the resilience and the courage to put it in perspective, because that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you and what happened to you is a sort of relative, because if you look around, there are worse situations, and and people have maybe lost 2 arms or have lost their sight and are blind or whatever. But being able to, is it that you force those thoughts upon you, or are you really feeling that from inside and really feel like there is so much worth and I have to be thankful?
I mean, yeah, first, like I became to force it in me.
Yeah.
Because I get to see this. When I see people, their problem actually be more than me, my own, I'm gonna say, God, I'm thankful. Like I just gonna give thanks to God, you know. Like I'd be like, now look, so like, why should I complain about my own problem? Then you get to see other people's problem. I mean, we all have now this good opportunity. We have like a place to sleep. we have like a family around. You can imagine some people don't have it at all. And yet still you have a problem that actually disturbing in your mind, like triggering in your mind. And you need to get to know people don't got where you have to be right now. Like people don't got even a place to sleep. And you got that, you woke up in the morning, you got money in your account, you having a good life, you take vacation, and you just have like a small problem. You keep blaming God, like you keep complaining. No. Look towards it, take it easy. And like I'm telling you, for me right now, I always say there is no stress like that can overcome me right now. Like, because now I'm seeing the world like a vanity, you know, like I feel like if I got to get a problem, it will not cost me to lose my life. It's just going to happen a day or so and it finishes. And that's it. On. And move on. Because anything that really happened at first, like, you don't have to die for it. That's not like a problem. But if you have to die, that means it's over. So if you don't have to die, it means that you still got hope. So you see, for me, those days, it was too much. Now look, there is hope. And I'm here talking, feel okay, feel good. Because I don't have to look to it. Because if I have to look to it, just imagine I'm going to kill myself. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be depressed. I don't have the tendency like to move because like my parents, like they were not motivated anymore to take me out of the country. Because due to my problem, due to the kind of depression and due to what they see in me, like the goal, like they said, yeah, this our son also have like a perceptive like about life in different ways. So like it's a good way for us to take him out of here because it's not longer safe. You understand? So
I'm trying to, buddy. I'm trying to.
I mean, yeah.
The most honest answer from my side is I'm trying to.
I'm trying to, like,
you know why I say that?
Yeah, because sure.
I'm trying to.
Just like me up to now,
I'm in awe. I'm big in awe when you are telling, and I knew it already before I invited you. I knew already. Wow, this is going to be deep.
Yeah.
And do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, in some sort of way, yes. But in when it comes to do you feel me? Yeah, it's impossible. And that's why the admiration and respect from my side comes from. Is that, and that's why I said courage then maybe should become your first name, but the second name should become then resilience. Because if you can bounce back from what happened to you, and you do you feel, all right, maybe a different question. Do you feel even stronger now than the Senneh before?
Totally, yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like an Iron Man right now.
That's
yeah, because you cannot imagine like how do I have to take life seriously? Then I have to move on doing things like this. Like I feel so proud now. You cannot imagine. You know, I was here 2024, and now I gained something like my permit. And you cannot imagine I have to start school next year. And I'm doing like this podcasting, like I have a social media thing growing every day. I got to know some people. I got to go to the hospital, talk to doctors, like they all know me. And I was pushing every day. I was going out, showing up, networking, got this really like, you know, it's kind of a way for me to really be motivated, you know, like be happy for myself. And like I feel like so strong. That's why I say, okay, I'm an Iron Man right now. You know,
not right now. You are an Iron Man.
I am an Iron Man right now. Yeah, so strong.
Yeah.
You know, like
you see that.
Yeah, you can hit me and feel iron. Boom, 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 boom. That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that,
yeah.
and I like the smile on your face. And it's highly admirable. And also, I'm curious. What are your plans? Because you are so fueled. You're so driven. It almost feels, and correct me if I'm wrong, it almost feels like in some sort of way, let's put it more as a question, but it feels like almost like as if you are given an opportunity to really get everything out of life.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. Am I right?
Yeah.
It really. So, what are we going to see from you? Where are you heading? You are going to study.
Yeah.
You're going. So, what are we going to see?
I mean,
From Senneh.
yeah, if people now really know me,
Drum roll.
yeah, sure. I mean, they know how far I've came from. And so, yeah, what people gonna see is very simple. You can imagine I'm just in this country like for 1 year, 6 months, and things are going so well and fast. And what people gonna see is like the light for me in the next 3 to 4 years or so. Like I will become different. Imagine if I keep doing this type of thing, being courageous and moving on with life till I got 40. I mean, I can be someone in life, you know.
You are already. Wait. You are. No. But buddy, you are already.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. Like I'm somebody, but I don't feel like I'm somebody sometimes. You mean like I say, when you got no one to give you flowers, like I'm gonna give myself. And
you don't need anybody to give you flowers.
I don't need anybody. Look,
anybody to give you the crown.
Up to now, I don't give.
You are wearing one.
Look, up to now, I don't give myself the flowers yet because I feel like I'm not done yet. I'm not finished yet. I have to earn it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not earning it right now. But people like, you have already earned it, man. You're doing so good. But for me, I feel like, no, there's still more to come. So like in the next years, gonna get my education, which I'm hoping for. And I'm so motivated to have it because I always have a dream to work in the medical field, which makes me like to help like old people or everybody in the world or so. So like at the end of the day, in so soon, like I will be like a medical analyst, you know. So like to work in the laboratory, you know, all those type of things.
Because and that's what people maybe don't know about you, but you love research, right?
I do love research a lot.
Deep.
I love, that's how I do all these things. Like I don't.
Life is a laboratory for you, right?
Yeah, life is of course. You know, that's how I get all this courage, like talking. I do so many research, listening to podcasts, do so many research about education. I cannot sleep. Yeah, also when I was here, like the first month or year in the Netherlands, I have to research a lot about the society, like the integration, you know, to learn Dutch. Like it was crazy for me. So like being in that room,
you need to challenge. You need to challenge. You are getting lazy, mother. You're getting lazy. I'm not going to say the word, but you are getting lazy. That's not the funny. That's not the fun Senneh. This fun Senneh is the really challenged one. On your toes and really like.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like okay, I'm 22, but I mean let me shake up a bit. Like
you need that.
Yeah, that's true. But like people just need to know this. In coming years, like Senneh will be different. I always say that because I completely believe in myself that it's gonna be fine at the end of the day, and at the end of the tunnel, it's always gonna be light for me because I can feel that because I'm doing great, making myself comfortable and putting more work into my future. I mean, it's something valuable to me.
I have so many questions. I'm jiggling a little bit in my head with so many questions. There is one thing which is also important for you, and that is solitude. So really being alone. It's an important ingredient in your healing journey, in your resilience building. Why is it so important? Why is being alone for you? Because I know that in my previous our previous conversation, I asked who was there for you, and you turned it around. I need to be sometimes really alone. Why, and how does it help you?
I mean, like I say, being alone is one of the most important things people look at sometimes is depressing, but no. Being alone really helps you. in a sense where you're going to talk to yourself in that room. Because I'm telling you, there's no one definitely going to come for you, man. You're the one that's going to make a family. Now, okay, you got a family which actually your mom and dad, but like they are going. Life going to turn up like we're going to lose them. So being in that room alone for a couple of time, first I had to get to know life as a person. Talk to life, one-on-one. Said, yeah, this is me. If I ain't gonna put that work, no one gonna say, bro, you need to put that work for yourself. No. I mean, if the people get to tell you, they're just telling you for the day. They got their own problem they need to solve. They gotta make their own family. So being alone for me really helps me because I'm gonna see myself in the mirror alone, that now I lose a hand and I'm gonna talk to myself and God, which I cannot see God. God only can hear me. So I'm in that room alone by myself. I'm going to talk to God. Like, God, I need this. I need this journey to be very clinical and successful for me. So like, imagine being alone for 2 months in a room. You locked in. You motivated. It's going to help you to heal. So like every human being like in this world that learned to be alone, you can tell me. I mean, I'm not talking about maybe you got brothers like or sisters. No, that's actually a different scenario, But like for you as yourself, having neither like a problem or something else, try to get that circle for yourself alone. Try to talk to yourself because like no one definitely gonna save you.
And you can't hide for yourself.
I mean, that's true. You cannot even hide from yourself. If you're doing something bad or good, it's for your own self. Like if you lie, it's for your own self. So like for me, I be alone. I try to talk to myself. Being in that depressive mode, it helps. I don't need to call 6 or 8 people around me. No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to look for a relationship instantly. First, get the love for yourself alone before you try to exploring it around,
First, get the love. Dear listeners, first get the love for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, listeners need to get that, People need to get the love for themselves. Like, love yourself first. Because when you love yourself, you got the tendency of doing something for yourself that okay, I'm doing this podcasting for myself. It brings me happiness. It brings me joy. I mean, people also need to do the things that brings them peace. Being alone in that room, talk to yourself in that laptop, making things out for yourself, go walk, go like clean, cook for yourself. That's all like the love. Do it alone. And when you get this love for yourself, the tendency that you're going to make to yourself, the motivation, you're going to go outside. You're going to feel like you're rolling the wall. You're going to talk to people, everything, because you are way too motivated. You have already talked to yourself. Damn, this thing I'm going to do today. Just like our students get to study, like in the school, like they're going to learn everything. They're going to study at home alone, and they're going to go to the exam hall. They're going to get that graduation, like they're going to be successful because what? They study alone. They do that for themselves, like they know they want to achieve this goal. So like everyday life, being alone is like it helps. Some certain problems, you're going to keep it to yourself. You don't want me to hear. We all got that problems like always in our mind. We don't need to share it.
And also, I believe, when you came in my house, I explained that the little room, the smallest room in the house, is really my space. So I really love to close the door and really being surrounded by canvases and books and what I really love, and it's for me the creative space. But it's also being really comfortable with being alone. But also being comfortable while being discomfortable. So the discomfort we sometimes have about some things, it's good to be alone at that moment and have that proper conversation with yourself. Sit with it.
Yeah.
Don't flee. That's what I did for decades. Escaping, dancing, drinking, partying, and again and again and again. And now, instead of all that, I really fallen in love with also pockets of time in solitude. No people around me, no social media, not really being on your own and having a proper conversation about you and with yourself.
Yeah.
So that's Senneh. While we're a little bit heading towards the end of this conversation, time flies, or not?
Yeah, really time flies, actually.
And there is a question, and that was triggered by the fact that you mentioned that no one is giving you the crown and the flowers. I'm going to turn it around.
Okay.
Where are you most proud of today about yourself? If you look back, where are you the most proud of? It's not about the flowers. It's not about the crown. I'm not giving you it either. But where are you the most proud? Where are you the most proud of?
I think it's my courage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the courage I got to move on with life so fast and simple. Yeah, I mean, now I can walk in the train without putting my hand in my pocket. I can be in the supermarket or a different place. I mean, it's the courage. It's the courage that is helping me. Like I told you earlier, when you got this courage and believe in yourself, you can move. And for me, I feel like, okay, this is something I'm really proud of now. To get the courage to do things like this. To be courageous, like, to be able to talk to people. I mean, this will not be possible for me. I cannot. To even talk to people in the street, to even go out in a party, to even talk to a girl, to even talk to any type of guys, like to just get people around, I feel jealous sometimes. It was difficult for me those times. But now look, for these years, I'm able to get that courage. I mean, that's the one thing I'm proud of. To be courageous. It's not thing I need to hand that I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna have this type of things. No, nah.
That will come.
That will come.
That will come.
The thing is something that keep you moving. That is courageous. You got the courage to do everything. Some people lack it. And like if people listening right now, they need to get the courage also to do something for themselves. Get the courage. No one will tell you need to be courageous. No. They're just going to tell you for the minute. And otherwise they got something to think about. But you need to get this in your head. Get the courage, to move on with life. So yeah.
Senneh Kamara, thank you very much for our hopefully first conversation, because I believe this is only unpacking part of our journey, and I love to have another conversation. Yes, I have one question. Here it comes. You see, it's not standing here. It lands in my head. There's one question. Imagine 12 months from now, we're having our next conversation on the 24th of December, 2026. Where would you love to be most proud of then? Besides courage.
The achievement of education. Yeah, that's the thing I would be proud of. I miss it. I miss it, I miss it a couple of years not being in school. So like, being a student again is always like a dream. So like, if I get to talk to you back, I told you it's going well, I've done this so far, I'm happy. I mean, yeah, this is actually a nice place full of opportunity here in overseas, and more especially here in the Netherlands. So if I get to school, I will be able to accomplish a lot of things. So that would be the second thing I would be proud of always in my life, that I'm able to achieve like education, despite with the challenges and with this condition of mine, and I'm able to get the courage and do this. So yeah.
Perfect. I will keep you a little bit accountable for it. So
Sure.
we will have a conversation within
Yeah,
a year.
that would be great. That would be great. Yeah, that would be great. I'm so motivated. So
Oh man. Okay, then maybe the last question for now. Help us understand why are you looking at the medical laboratory, medical
yeah.
part of the. Was it already always?
No.
Is it? Was it before or
No.
was it became after?
Became after, like I told you, when this problem happened, I was aiming to go like in Africa, like to medical schooling there, but like when it happens, boom, it changes everything, every dynamic. I'm gonna lose a hand. It will be difficult for me to go to school back.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time to rehab, and there is no rehabilitation for people like us in Africa. It's been hard, especially in my country. So like it changes for me. Like I actually always want to work in the medical field. Want to be something there in that.
Yeah, that
scene.
was already always.
That was always like a dream.
Okay, that was.
But like my dream, like maybe is to become a doctor or become a surgeon or something like that.
Yeah.
And when this thing happened, I always don't know anymore what is possible. But like thankful, I have to go to the hospital every day that I'm here in the Netherlands. I have to see so many doctors. Like they see. I always love that. Never absent like for an appointment. And I get to talk like to my social worker, to my like my therapist, like all these people. And I have to ask them, I really need a field that I would like that would be easy for me with one hand. They show me different type of thing. And one of them came up with this.
What is these for the listener?
Like the laboratory, like the medical analyst thing.
Yes.
They'd be like, okay, studying biology or so, doing research about diseases. And I feel like it's actually a thing for me.
It clicked.
It clicked. I like to be in one place. I like to be in a clean place always. So being in that lab, doing some things, doing some research overnight, I think about it several times. I do so many research. And I have to go to the open day, like they normally do, like the open dag, like for the school.
Yes.
You know? So I go to the school, I met with these professors, met with these students. They were so happy. Like I asked them the positive and negative things. They tell me everything, that you can still do it. The only thing, you just need to strengthen like your Dutch. Now you're good, because when you go in there to that level, you need proper Dutch. English is okay for you, so it's not a problem. And that's how these people turn me into that. Feel like this is really...
It triggered something, right?
It triggered something.
Motivating.
It's motivating, actually. I mean, it's really hard, but I just got the motivation to
I
do
believe
it.
that you need a little hardness, also a little challenge, right?
Really challenge.
Otherwise,
yeah.
why should you do it?
Why?
You need a challenge. Buddy, thank you so much for our conversation. I will keep you a little bit accountable. I have a small present for you, and it isn't the book of courage, because I've promised it. Yes, saying it out loud, you will get that. I have another present for you. But I would love to thank you, and be courageous, stay courageous. And thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, like, for the opportunity for me to come here, even only for this podcast. But talking about my problem makes me feel so much fine, you know. Like, we go into 2026 being prepared. Say it all in one podcast is good. I mean, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening and staying with us in this conversation. If something from this episode stayed with you, consider passing it on to someone who might need it right now. And if you choose to subscribe or leave a short review, you help these conversations reach others who are still looking for clarity, direction, or a sense of belonging. That is how the circle grows. Quietly, one listener at a time. Keep going, keep becoming you.